I was a head chef for 19 years. The special is dying. I am watching you from the pass, wiping down the stainless steel plating station with a bleach rag that smells like exhaustion and minimum wage. And I am watching you fall for it. You sit down in my dining room, adjusting your posture, trying to signal to everyone around you that you belong in a place that charges $28 for a starter. I see your eyes drift away from the heavy, laminated menus we handed you. You are looking up. You are looking directly at the beautifully curated, handwritten chalkboard hanging above the espresso machine. You think that chalkboard is a portal to my creative soul. You think I woke up at 4 in the morning, drove down to the docks in a thick wool sweater, and meticulously inspected the gills of a majestic sea creature just to bring you a fleeting moment of gastronomic ecstasy. You think you are participating in a spontaneous burst of culinary genius. I am watching you gently nod your head as the server recites the description, completely unaware that you are currently the most crucial, unpaid waste management consultant my restaurant has ever employed. You are the final, desperate stage of our inventory liquidation cycle, and you are smiling while you do it. You are sitting in a dimly lit bistro in Manhattan. It is exactly 7:22 p.m. The ambient temperature is dialed strictly to 74 degrees. Warm enough to make you crave a cold, overpriced craft cocktail, but cool enough to keep you alert while you read the chalkboard. The air in the room is a carefully engineered olfactory assault, smelling faintly of torched rosemary and heavy-duty industrial floor cleaner creeping in from the prep area. You lean forward, resting your forearms on the table, feeling the slight, sticky residue of authentic reclaimed wood pressing against your bare skin. It is the texture of rustic luxury, a tactile illusion designed to make you lower your financial defenses and trust the environment. You stare at the cursive writing on the board. It reads, pan-seared scallops with truffle foam. Your internal monologue begins its pathetic, desperate scramble for sophistication. I am looking at the chalkboard, you tell yourself, staring at the white chalk dust. It's a Tuesday. The scallops must be fresh from the weekend delivery. You completely ignore the geographical and logistical reality that absolutely no commercial fisherman works on a Sunday, meaning those specific scallops have been sitting in a plastic Cambro on a 3-day vacation in the darkest corner of my walk-in. You look at the words, truffle foam. I know truffle oil is just synthetic perfume for cheap mushrooms, you admit in the deepest, most insecure corner of your mind. But I want to feel like the kind of person who eats foam. I want to participate in the texture of the elite. The server is hovering precisely 18 inches from your left shoulder. They are holding a notepad. They are not blinking. I'm panicking, you realize, feeling a single cold bead of sweat form at your hairline. I don't want to look poor by asking the price of the special. The price isn't written on the board. If I ask, the server will know I am on a budget, so I will just nod slowly and decisively, like I am an oil tycoon sealing a handshake deal. You convince yourself that I, the chef, personally hand-picked these scallops this morning, completely erasing the memory of walking past the alley 20 minutes ago and seeing a massive, translucent frozen bag from Cisco shoved into the municipal trash can behind the building. The chef wouldn't risk his reputation on a bad special, you rationalize, desperately seeking comfort in my supposed integrity. I am watching you from the kitchen, laughing quietly, because I am not risking my reputation at all. You are literally paying a 40% premium to subsidize my risk. You are paying me $46 to help my prep cooks clean out the bottom shelf of my fridge. In my 19 years on the line, across 7,000 dinner services and roughly 500,000 plated covers, I have mastered the architecture of this exact transaction. We do not call it a scam. In the back of house, we call it proactive protein management. In a high-margin hospitality environment, an unsold fillet of fish is not just food. It is a personal, vicious insult to the weekly profit and loss statement. The special is never an accident of inspiration. It is a highly coordinated rescue mission for capital that is currently trapped inside an aging, decomposing carcass. I remember the precise 112 decibel thwack of my sous chef slamming the walk-in cooler door at 5:15 p.m., his eyes wide with sheer panic as he realized the Chilean sea bass was aggressively turning. That is the moment the special is born. It is the moment we reach for the heavy, cloying scent of Cajun blackening seasoning, a dusty, sodium-rich powder specifically engineered to entirely mask the harsh, metallic tang of 72-hour-old red snapper. I stand there and watch the dining room. I observe the side of my server's left eyebrow twitching exactly 1.5 millimeters when they look you dead in the eye and describe tonight's special as locally sourced, despite the massive, diesel-spewing 18-wheeler from a corporate broadline distributor actively idling right outside our delivery door. The illusion is so complete, so structurally sound, that we actually rely entirely on your profound desire to feel unique. I once stood by the fry station and watched a frantic 19-year-old line cook accidentally drop an entire aluminum tray of our premium special salmon directly onto the grease-stained rubber anti-fatigue mat. We did not throw it out. We did not write it off as a loss. I simply told him to pick it up, wipe it off, turn the flat-top grill up to 450 degrees, and blast the exterior until it resembled industrial charcoal. We wrote Blackened wild-caught salmon on the board. We sold out in 20 minutes flat to a room full of people who genuinely thought they were being bold, daring, and adventurous with their palates. It is the only job in the world where you can violently mask your mistakes and immediately sell them for double the price of your successes. Which brings us to the psychological trap you are currently sitting in. Let us evaluate your situational awareness. What is the primary reason you ordered the chef's table special tonight? Option 1. You believed you were about to experience a unique, one-time creative culinary outburst that will never be replicated. Option 2. You ordered it because the server leaned in close, looked you deeply in the eye, and told you it was personally their absolute favorite thing on the entire menu. Option 3. You simply wanted to impress your date with your decisive, aggressive, non-menu reading masculine confidence. 3, 2, 1. Option 4. You are actually an unknowing, unpaid volunteer for the restaurant's Zero Waste initiative. You aren't eating a curated meal, you're performing a biological sanitation service for the walk-in's bottom shelf. Tag that friend who always loudly orders the soup of the day without asking what's in it. Wait, let me tell you about the house red. It's just the 3 half-empty bottles from last night mixed into a carafe. I watch you stare back at that chalkboard, captivated by the cursive font. Your desperate psychological need to feel special in a crowded room of strangers is my most profitable inventory liquidation tool. You push aside the heavy, laminated menus sitting right in front of your water glass. You don't realize those printed words are a strict contract of daily rotation. That dusty chalk writing is merely a frantic suggestion to salvage my kitchen's sinking profit margins. I observe you proudly bypassing the standard center-cut steak we are mathematically forced to butcher and stock fresh every single morning. You do this specifically to purchase a heavily sauced piece of snapper I am scheduled to throw into the alleyway dumpster at exactly midnight. Stop being the restaurant's trash can. Order from the printed menu.